Hello students, in this session we will see about hemosiderin in urine. I have told how hemosiderins are formed, we will see that now. When there is intravascular hemolysis, free hemoglobin present in the plasma is present in the plasma. So that leads to hemoglobinemia. This is filtered through the renal glomerulus into the urine. Some of the filtered hemoglobin is reabsorbed by the renal tubular cells and converted into hemosiderins in the cytoplasm of these cells. When these tubular cells are shed into the urine, they can be stained to demonstrate the presence or absence of the hemosiderin. This is the mechanism how hemosiderin is formed in the urine. Principle of the test. The method involves the interaction of ferric ion in the hemosiderin with acid potassium ferrocyanide to give a blue colored, that is Prussian blue colored reaction. If hemosiderin is present, it indicates prior or ongoing intravascular hemolysis. It is not found at the onset of the attack. It takes at least 5 to 6 days to become positive. Reagents required for the test. Freshly made solution, that is equal volume of 2% potassium ferrocyanide and 2% weight by volume hydrochloric acid. And the second reagent required is neutral red solution, 1 gram per dl. Procedure. Collect early morning sample, urine sample, at least 10 ml. Centrifuge at 1200 gravity for about 10 to 15 minutes and resuspend after discarding the supernatant. Make smears of the sediment to occupy 1 to 2 centimeter area of the slide. That is, as you make a smear in case of your microbiology. Air dry and then fix in methanol for about 10 to 20 minutes. Dry the slides and place in freshly made staining solution of acid potassium ferrocyanide for about 10 minutes. Wash in distilled water and counter stain with neutral red for about 10 to 15 seconds. Examine the preparation under microscope. This is the procedure of the test. Result: hemosiderin 1 to 3 micron sized blue granules are seen. Other method. The test can also be done by adding acid ferrocyanide solution to urine sediment and leave the tube at room temperature for about 10 minutes. Then centrifuge again and discard the supernatant. Place a drop of sediment on a glass slide, cover with a cover slip and examine under 40x magnification under reduced light for blue granules in renal tubular cells in the sediment. Here no counter stain is required. That is the advantage of the test. Single step test. That is about hemosiderin in urine. Hello students, in this session we will be talking about tests for unstable hemoglobin. Various methods are available to demonstrate hemoglobin instability. The two methods are described here. That is heat instability test and isopropanol instability test. Coming on to the first one, heat instability test principle. When hemoglobin in solution is heated, the stability of the molecule is decreased and under control condition, the unstable hemoglobins precipitate while the stable ones remain in the solution. So this is the principle of the test. The reagent required are Tris HCl buffer, that is 50 millimole per liter with a pH of 7.4. So tris 6.505 gram is dissolved in distilled water up to 1 liter, and the pH is adjusted to 7.4 with concentrated HCl. Coming on to the procedure. Freshly made hemolysate from the patient and from the normal person to act as a control is prepared. It is important that hemolysate should be freshly made one. Add 0.2 ml of hemolysate to the tube containing 1.8 ml of tris buffer. Incubate at 50 degrees centigrade in water bath for about 120 minutes. Examine the tubes at 60, 90 and 120 minutes for turbidity and fine flocculation. Flocculation, precipitation you might have seen in case of Widal test, the same type. So fine flocculation will be seen. Result and interpretation. Normal control may show minimal cloudiness at 60 minutes. A major unstable hemoglobin will show marked precipitation at 60 minutes and gross flocculation at 120 minutes. The next test, isopropanol instability test. The principle of the test is when hemoglobin is dissolved in a solvent like isopropanol, which is more non-polar than water, the stability of molecule is decreased and unstable hemoglobin molecules will precipitate while normal stable hemoglobins remain in the solution. This is the principle. The reagents required here are tris HCl buffer, here 100 millimole per liter with the pH 7.4. Preparation. Tris 12.11 gram is dissolved in distilled water up to 1 liter, and the pH 7.4 is adjusted using the hydrochloric acid. Isopropanol 17 ml is added to tris HCl buffer and add propanol to up to 100 ml, that is make up the volume to 100 ml using propanol. Store in tightly stoppered bottle at 4 degrees centigrade. It can be kept up. Procedure of the test. Freshly made hemolysate from the patient and normal control, that is 0.2 ml is taken. To this hemolysate add 2 ml of 17% isopropanol in a tube. Stopper each tube and mix by inversion. Inversion is by tilting the tube. Place tubes in water bath at 37 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. Examine at 5 minutes, 20 minutes and 30 minutes for turbidity and flocculation. Continue the incubation till the controls undergo flocculation. Check the patient sample against the control sample. Result. In case of normal, it will be clear at 20 minutes, minimal cloudiness appears at 30 minutes and precipitation will occur at 40 minutes. In case of major unstable hemoglobin, marked precipitation is seen at 20 minutes, and slight unstable hemoglobin, it will show diffuse precipitation at 20 minutes. This is about unstable hemoglobin.